We're live, y'all. Oh, wait. Can they hear us yet? I think they can.
I don't know.
I think you're drunk.
I'm
Just
a,
kidding.
I'm a little buzzed.
Sure, something like that.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Where the hell did all my stuff go? Ooh, since we don't have any music. Ooh. Okay, I'm done being silly. Actually, I'm not done being silly at all. But this time, what I will do is remember to turn on the screen because last time we didn't do that. We had an entire blank discussion. But tonight is your night, right?
Tonight is my night for Devin Hunter.
Ew.
It's a
I know why
modern
you.
witch.
I know why you picked him too.
Why? He's a
Mm-hmm.
modern witch.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. Hi, Sylvie. How's it going? Aren't you excited that I didn't leave it on my intermission screen the whole time, or my welcome screen? But anyway,
What happened to him?
nothing.
What
You broke it. So Um,
to the screen?
we'll give our normal welcome, 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 fellow humanoids, to the Drunk Witchstory with Rook and Salon. We are bringing to you some fun and fascination from A to Z historical and modern history of all things witches, witchy, wacky, and weird. I am Salon Natawin, self described pagan and tarot crystal hoarder, and I'm here with Rook Tempest.
Hey y'all. I'm Rook. I was originally I'm I am originally from Texas. I was raised Southern Baptist. Even when deeply involved, Christianity just seemed weird to me. It didn't seem right. A lot of judgment, and that never made sense. So a couple years ago, I began my spiritual awakening when my spouse introduced me to Wicca. I wanted to read everything I could get my hands on witchcraft and magic. I've also studied a little bit about Druidry.
Drewdry.
Druidry. I like candle magic and using herbs. I'm definitely more on the love and light side, but appreciate the necessary dark. I've worked in healthcare for the past 11 years and currently am a nursing home administrator. Go COVID. All right.
Okay, that was a
That's
different
about
one. You've
me.
been drinking early.
I've been sipping.
All right, so we had Rook's volume a little low. It should be corrected now, hopefully, and that is from him putting his microphone near his mouth because that's where sound comes from. Um, so anyway, we are planning to have a little bit of fun and lighthearted discussion about witch things throughout history while getting a little warm under the whiskey lights. I am out of my Johnny Walker Double Black, which we need to get more of, by the way. That's not a plug either, but. Um, we will continue to do this every Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, alternating as we have been between a historical witch or witch thing and modern witches throughout the times. So during the stream, please share your thoughts, ideas, knowledge, facts. At least, never least, tell us when we're wrong. 100% open to active research. We'll pull it right up. We both have our Google degrees, so we know how to look stuff up. And a lot of the histories aren't always that clear. So there's no end to the stream specifically. We may continue discussion throughout until we are either passed out, drunk, or doing something else. May play a couple games, may do some tarot. Who knows how it will end? But we are glad that you're here with us and spending some time. Before we get started, though, well, actually, not even before we get started because we're already getting started. I think we can let Rook give it. Yes, get your wine, get drunk. Share a little bit about who you've chosen tonight. Not necessarily going into your story or detail, but who you chose to review. Well, yeah, who you chose and why. There you go.
Oh, I got stories. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
You picked him because you think he's cute. I know.
no, actually, so it's very funny or neat. So about a year ago, I don't know what I was doing, but I was online looking at something, and this school came up, Black Rose Witchcraft, and I didn't know it at the time, but cover up your titties.
I didn't show my titties, bitch.
but I didn't know it at the
Oh
time. But
Lord.
Devin Hunter, who we're going to talk about a little bit today, was actually is a co-founder of Black Rose School of Witchcraft. So I just happened to we were calling out names. I like to do the more modern witches, and I did say I wanted to do a Dwitch, a dude witch, and so Devin Hunter came up, and when I'm researching him, it took me straight to the Black Rose School of Witchcraft website. So I chose him because he's a Dwitch, and because unknowingly about a year ago I'd stumbled on the website for the school. So it's funny how it works out.
Mhm. I, I
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Devin Hunter, but what I do know is I've
Oh,
always for years been.
shit.
Dear God, this is gonna be fun. For years, I've always gone on and tried to find those podcasts or news stories or video chats where people don't have a lot of followers or don't have a lot going on. Usually meaning either A, they're first starting out and they're going to disappear, or they're going to stick with it long term and grow. And that was one of the podcasts. There's quite a few pagan podcasts. Initially, I started with Wicca many years ago and switched over. Kind of dropped the Wicca label, I think, because I'm not against being modern by any means, but it's a little not cohesive to my path. It's a little too structured, a little too religious feeling for me. Um, and so, anyway, that being said, Devin Hunter was one of the first podcasts that I actually watched or listened to in my travels as an actual podcast on iTunes, and found it very interesting. Had a great co-host, had a lot of really good discussion. Definitely modern. Um, I don't know if you're going to go into his psychic abilities or his psychic intuition, that kind of thing. Um, but if you do, great. If not, remind me and I'll bring a couple of those pieces up. But anyway, so this week is Devin Hunter, and this is going to be our modern story. I'm going to let Rook take it away from now so that I can drink some more.
So that's great if you actually have some info. I didn't pull up specifically about his medium or psychic abilities, just that he is. So that's great if you got some stuff. So Devin Hunter, who is he? He's an author. He's published or authored 5 books rather, and also a publisher of The Modern Witch, which is a podcast, a blog, and a magazine. He's also a blogger for Witches and Pagans. As Mystic said, he is a professional medium, psychic, and occultist. He's also a part owner of the Mystic Dream, an occult shop in California, and that shop's been around about 30 years.
I, I
I
will
did.
I will add a piece to that about the shop. Did you know that the shop is currently closed?
I saw that it's actually currently online only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's COVID or if it's
it
just a
is.
business.
It
Oh, it
is. He
is.
actually discusses it in one of his podcasts where they talk about how the hit from COVID, and I believe it. You said it was in California, right? Like their rules are really strict there, so they actually weren't able to keep it open. But luckily, what they did do is moved it online. We're able to save some overhead, and they do plan on reopening. It's a very long-standing uh, store, but it's going to reopen in a new location. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Yeah, it said it's been around about 30 years. That's pretty cool. I didn't know if they were going to reopen it, so that's great.
Mm-hmm.
He, like I said earlier, he is the co-founder of the Black Rose tradition of witchcraft. And he's also the founder of his own tradition of witchcraft, Sacred Fires. I put my drink. He is a frequent presenter and keynote at conferences. He holds third. Oh, ma petite, mademoiselle, ma petite poissette, mademoiselle, ma petite poissette.
We
He
just put her on because we think she gets more views than we do. So whenever she's on stream, it tends to blow up a little bit better. So Ma, bring us some good luck on this Friday the 13th. I will stop showing your stuff on screen. Yeah.
oh, ma petite.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying he holds third degree initiations in both the Northern Star tradition of Wicca in the Dianic tradition of witchcraft, the cult of Diana. Diana. He currently teaches at the Black Rose School of Witchcraft and is the reigning master of ceremonies in the New Orleans Witches Ball. I gotta look that up. He lives in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Ooh, I'm gonna get Bright Minute. What is it called?
New Orleans Witches Ball.
All
New
right,
Orleans.
I'll look it up. You continue on.
Books that he has authored include Modern Witch Spells, Recipes, and Workings, The Witch's Book of Power, The Witch's Book of Mysteries, The Witch's Book of Spirits, and Psychic Witch, a metaphysical uh, Psychic Witch, a metaphysical guide to meditation, magic, and manifestation.
It's not Witch's Dick.
Not Witch's Dick.
That's a story we'll have to share in a little bit.
Well, it might be included in one of the topics in a minute. So I there's not a whole lot about him other than his books and his school, and I actually signed up a couple days ago for the Black Rose School of Witchcraft. I liked it, and it's cool. And then once you do that, it's easier to get into the Sacred Fire School. I don't know if I'd want to do that, um, but the Black Rose School seemed pretty cool. So,
So, since we're on the topic, we'll bring up the New Orleans Witches Ball. Unfortunately, it is no more. Um,
oh really?
yes, the New Orleans Witches.
Debunked.
The New Orleans Witches Ball went on for 8 years, and then in 2018 they had their final year. Um, it's a formal masquerade Samhain celebration at the Elms Mansion. And she will be working on the person who does it is I don't know how to say it properly, but it looks like Kyrell Crow. Um, Ending it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. She's excited because she'll be able to do more things. Maybe that's somebody else we can talk about in the future, by the way, on your modern section. But she put it to rest, had a great 8 years, and I think she is going to keep it at that. So
Oh man.
the interesting thing or good thing is that the Elms Mansion apparently is still a thing. It's still a place. It still exists. Um, and apparently you can stay there on Halloween weekend sometimes upcoming. So I'm assuming they probably rent it out. It's probably a venue of some sort, is what it looks like. So interesting about the New Orleans Witches Ball. It's always kind of sad finding out about things once they're done, you know. But they do have tours. Apparently, there's a 2021 and a 2022 Goddess Tour
Ah,
wait list. So
hmm. Sounds
yeah,
like it would have been fun.
yeah.
Excuse
So
me.
good times, good times.
Well, so like I said, there's not a lot about Devin. I don't know how old he is. He looks pretty young. I'd say 40s, mid 40s. Um,
Rook is only
what?
saying that's young because that's his age, mid 40s. Mark it, mid 40s.
I know I'll hit 41 this year. I think
And apparently his math skills are really terrible because he will not be 41.
in 11 days.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, go ahead.
11 days I'll be 41. No, but seriously. So I looked up to see what were some things, that he's talked about in interviews, and in an interview from January 31st of this year, 2020, the crazy messed up year, Devin said that he's always thought of witchcraft as a beautifully dynamic and colorful way of life, and over time has grown to really appreciate it as a spiritual practice, and
Mm-hmm.
spiritual art form. What?
Nothing.
I can't see the commentations.
It's not a commentation. I just clarified the screen a little bit.
What is it?
Nothing. Continue.
Oh, did you put a filter for me? Thank
Yes,
you.
I put a filter on. There's a filter.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Me too.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Did you turn my camera?
I did. Go ahead. Continue your story. Oh
Uh,
God, that was good.
Devin believes that spiritualities should fit us like a glove, and no two spiritualities should be identical. His spiritual process includes mixing the principles of spiritual humanism, Dianism, shamanism, the sabbatic and traditional craft, and personal gnosis. Look, I had to know what this Dianism is, so I looked it up. I felt called, like guided to look what that was. He believes in putting fellow humans and their needs above our own selfish pursuits will not only help us to advance our species mentally, but spiritually as well. Now, did you have something on his psychic or medium abilities?
Yes, so he in some of his podcasts he does talk about how um, people who the idea that all people have psychic abilities. I agree. I think everybody does have psychic abilities of some sort. I think a lot of us may be more in tune to it. I am not one of those people that is in tune to the psychic ability of different clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and all of those things. But he talks about how
Psycho, maybe.
somebody who is in touch with that psychic ability, when they go and try to teach somebody who's not, it's difficult to bridge that gap. And one of the books that he wrote, I don't have the name of it. I should have looked that up, even though this is his person that he selected. Um, really just walks through how to kind of work on and develop those skills and those things, because I think again, I agree. I think many people have a lot more ability than they think, and when you do things like tarot and you do intuitive readings, or some people read tea leaves or whatever it is that you do, um, I think I think those things are part of your psychic ability, and those things can be grown and adjusted and moved up in the world, as far as the world being yourself and your own ability. So he did write a book. I'm very interested in reading that because I like to learn how to develop some of those things. But anyway, it's just a little add-in piece. And since we have a moment where I have the floor, 7-Eleven times. Hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. Um,
I
Uh, we are currently talking about Devin Hunter in our weekly witch story. We are working on getting drunk. Rook is apparently much drunker than I am at this point, it would seem. We alternate between modern and historical witches and or witch stories, and right now we are looking at the modern witch, Devin Hunter, who is pretty well known in quite a few circles, especially on social media and within the millennial pagan community. So um, you may now commence and continue, Rook.
well, I just have a little bit more, and I want to know what Dianism is. And so, if Dianism, Dianism
Put your mic
is
right,
part,
please. Mm-hmm.
Dianism is part of sex magic and is a 19th century American spiritual sexual practice consisting of sexual satisfaction from contact but without ejaculation. The practice was named for Diana, the Roman goddess of chastity, by American court reporter and astronomer Henry M. Parkhurst in 1882 in his pamphlet called Diana. In the 1890s, sexual mystic Ida Craddock included Dianism as part of her teachings. In the 20th century, the practice found favor with American followers of Aleister Crowley, most notable C.F. Russell. So, I don't know, is that like edging?
Please don't go there.
But it said contact and don't
So
finish.
the idea behind it can go a lot of different ways. There is a focus in some Dianic principles, which is different than Dianism. Um,
Oh, right.
so your Dianic principles are generally looked at as, focusing on the female goddess part. There's not always a duality included on that. We can't speak for everybody or anybody for that matter on how they choose to practice the way they want to, because we don't practice that specific form, so we really can't speak on it well. Um, but then there's another part of it with when it does come to things such as sex magic, which is using the power and energy that is created during an orgasm, which is at times, at that moment, physically uncontrollable. But getting to that moment and learning to control it offers the control of that power to that particular act. Um, there's a lot more to it than that, but that kind of narrows it down maybe a little bit to that specific um, thing. That is a whole nother pod. I don't even want to call it a podcast. That is a whole nother rabbit hole that we probably need to change the rating on our on our list for if we want to go down that path.
So I think Eric Proden, I mean Devin Hunter, is a very interesting younger practitioner of magic. And like as I stated, I signed up for the Black Rose School to see what it's about. Does anybody else have any information on Devin Hunter? I can't see the comments, so
Um,
you have to release them.
yeah, if any comments come across, I will certainly share them with you. The um, A couple things that I learned about by going through, listening to the podcast and doing some of the other things is a real modern focus. So, and what does modern mean? There's techno witches now. There is
Hmm.
there's just a whole lot of different things. This particular person has a lot of written works, a lot of books, a lot of um, things through Llewellyn, which is one of the most popular witch publishers, at least in the United States. And he really focuses on the occultism and the professional psychic aspect of things from a modern standpoint. And I like that because when I do things or when I work in occult or whatever it is that I'm going, I really focus on um, what I feel is connecting to the things that we've lost connection to, um, which I think is a little bit different than what many people that consider themselves modern do. What they do is they look at ways to interpret occultism and psychic mediumship and being a witch in modern times. How do we apply that being a witch or being that individual or that person in modern times? So I find that for me, it's been pretty opposite, honestly, of a lot of the things that I do, but still being aware and learning and knowing about how different people function and process their craft is helpful in determining yours. And people say that they're on a path to get to a certain place, and to me, there's no end game. There's no place to get. It's a constant path. Um, I know one of the things that I'm actually looking at right now on his particular website talks about, um, like Rook was saying, the whole Dianic process of work that surrounds personal liberation. A lot of that really focuses on if you do believe in the read of harm you none, do what you will. Um, there's a lot of discussion around that topic. Is there a balance? How far would you go to be constantly on the pleasure side of things, and then development of a personal gnosis, looking at um, I guess letting go of the things that hold you back, right? And the only way to let go of something that's holding you back is to learn it, to know it, to go into it so that you can release it. Don't know that many people would agree with that specifically, but I think that's a pretty interesting point. And I will tell you the only way that I ever even heard of him, because we've already had two people indicate that they hadn't heard of him. The only reason I ever knew of him was from a podcast. From that podcast, um, that there's I believe it's still going on. It might have stopped. I believe there's a couple that I listened to, and one of them is stopping, and I think it might have been his. Um, but that's the only way that I'd ever heard of it. And by that respect, I went and got a couple of books and read a couple of things. Not my personal cup of tea, um, because it is so application to the modern times, and that's great and fine for whoever. But it's just not something that I specifically enjoy. I find that most of my personal joy when it comes to going deeper into witchcraft is really looking back and going into the olden times and seeing what people went through then and how did they connect. And a lot of that comes from druidry too, going back into that time when we talked to the trees and we walked in the grass and when we listened to what was going on around us. Not that they don't do that now, but it's just a different part of the practice. So I really didn't think that many people would have heard um, of him specifically, but and we are not a plug for this individual, but if you do
Right.
look Modern Witch, Devin Hunter, just like it sounds, it'll bring up his website. You can probably look through it and see if any of those things um, speak to you. There's a lot going on with his practice, and it is a lot of enlightening stuff. I will tell you, I did really enjoy the discussions about developing mediumship and psychic and occult knowledge. So, a couple really good things in there. So,
I have to call work real quick.
well, then what we'll do is we will just put this other picture up for you.
What is it?
Nothing, just kidding.
What? Why can't I see the station?
Just kidding. All right, well, go do your call, whatever it is you have to do. Um, oh, what would we do without you? Is it my volume or Rook's volume that is still low? Because I'm hitting the yellow section of my input,
Yeah, me too.
and you're not because you keep moving the mic away from your face.
Okay,
But anyway, so go do your call.
real quick. I'll be right back.
So one of the things that we've done for quite a while is have these discussions about different people who consider themselves witches, and I think God, why am I so dark? Um, I wasn't that dark earlier. Did I break it? There we go. That's what I was looking for. I need to find some red lighting. Um, but yeah, well, he either is eating his mic or he pulls it away, doesn't pay attention. Or earlier, if you happen to catch it, he dipped it in his drink. Because, yeah. Um, but one of the things that we found really interesting when we started doing some of our uh, streams, this was probably in 2017 or 2018, 2017, I think, the fall of 2017. We realized that I've always been since I was a kid very occult oriented. From probably the age of 14 to 20, I considered myself Wiccan, and really spent a lot of time. And then as I learned more and did more, we kind of separated it out a little bit and considered myself pagan, and have kind of kept that throughout. Just because I don't like that, there's something a little bit just off to me personally in my practice under that pathway. So with Rook, he had a lot of interest in occult, but no real direction. And we actually got him working on a couple of things in Wicca, and it really spoke to him. So he kind of went through that process, which I think is great. But um, working through the whole process and starting to learn about different people is not only just something we like to do because I am huge into history. I don't know a lot about history, but I do love history. I like learning about what people go through and have done in the past so that we can learn to do those things again if they're appropriate, or learn not to do them, right? Um, so yeah, it's a lot of fun to do some research on some people that you may not know or may not be aware of. We have fun with it. At the same time, uh, you know, I've learned that there's a difference between where being a spiritual person separates from being a religious person, and I think a lot of people can probably feel that. Um, and you know, really, I guess learning that the different paths. Okay, his mic all of a sudden is picking me up now, which is just crazy out of nowhere. But anyway, as we have learned on our different paths, the more and more that we learn, the more Rook and I diverge on the way that we go on paths. Um, and doing this actually doing this and learning more about it from actually sitting down and researching and looking stuff up and really going through the process and the systems and the different things that different people did has been huge. Um, and at this point, I'm really just stalling, waiting for Rook to come back to finish his story. Um, like he said in the beginning, both of us are healthcare workers. He's an administrator. I'm a registered nurse. So we are constantly being called or following up. Both of us are in executive management. So we're 24/7. And with COVID 19, it has not been easy. It has not been fun. But I don't want to go down the not fun path. While we're waiting for Rook to come back and avoiding a chair stream by stalling as much as possible, I will share one of the new or next people we are going to be talking about is probably going to be Lydia Gilbert, which probably nobody else has heard about either. The second stream that we did was on Alice Young, and Alice Young was the first person in the I guess I don't know if you want to call them the 13 colonies really at the time, the 13 states colonies in colonial America, was the first person to be executed for witchcraft. Very little known about her. Well, the other person during that time frame of about a dozen people who were executed for witchcraft was Lydia Gilbert. So we'll be doing some discussion about her next week, same time, same bat channel, which I think will be pretty fun. But um, at this point, there are so many modern, I guess you could say, so many modern witches that, and I air quote modern not to be funny or disrespectful to modern witches, just people that self-identify as modern. I don't know that that's even an appropriate term. That's why I air quote. Um, but they all have so many different paths, and everybody, wants to be the high priestess of their own group and their own ideas, and it's pretty cool in some respects to see all the people that are going that path. I know we were part of a couple of groups and did our degree studies. Don't really talk about them much because I feel like they got a little commercial. Um, but I will tell you the most fulfilling thing that we've been doing lately is, learning to make our own things and craft our own stuff and put our own intentions into our products and start building up a product base of things. For example, we make candles. Looks like your basic little candle, right? Um, this is a signature scent that I actually created, and obviously I love it. But the fact of and the process of actually making it, it's like I don't even know that I want to sell it now to somebody. We've had people willing to buy them already, but it's just the process of making it is really fun and it's very witchy. Um, when we get all of our stuff together, we start building our candles, our waxes, and building our scents and all that stuff. It takes a lot of energy to process that information, to think about it, and decide what we want to do and come up with something that people like in addition to ourselves. Then once you make it, it's kind of like you don't want to give it away, you know? So, um, in addition to candles, we're working on making soaps. We're making our own face wash, our own toner, our own lotion. That has been really fun. Um, all these things that you can do as a witch whether you call yourself that or not, or consider yourself just pagan, such as myself, the actual process of doing that's really fun. Um, I know in one of the books when we talk about tarot, for instance, is one of my favorite things to do. Don't particularly like to do it on streams. Thought I would, but not necessarily. Still will do it once in a while. Probably plan on streaming that once in a while. So, but regardless, um, we really like to think about that connection and that intuition that you kind of reach out into the universe or whatever you call your universal energy or source and get that information from, right? Um, so yeah, it's definitely an addition to the whole witchcraft. Um, so we do actually sell them to people we know right now. We have created an online store. We do have a product line and a company all set up, but we have not published the website just yet to sell them. We're trying right now to make sure we have all of our tax ducks in a row and all of our things like that coordinated so that when we do start selling them, because they are considered cosmetics in the United States, there's very specific labeling and requirements from a regulatory standpoint um, in order to sell them properly online. So right now, most of our sales we do at a flea market local to where we live, and we pretty much sell out every time we go, which is nice. No two are the same. Well, that's a lie. Maybe four or five are the same at a time. But once we make them, we put it into, yeah, we might make a new batch, but they're all a little different. Um, but it's been so much fun working on those things and getting different processes, different scents together and different mixes. Um, to kind of build that process. So, mm, yeah, you probably do. So we've been stalling for the good 10 minutes you were gone.
Any questions on the service?
Well, while we were stalling, we were talking about some of the products and things that we're making and working on, and how we have our site ready. It's just not published yet until we get all of our bits and pieces together. Um, so that'll be a fun thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you've probably seen a couple. We love, like, my favorite thing so far is making stuff. Um, the soaps. I mean, it almost feels like you're a full-on chemist. I know it's not all that great, but
Should I show? Should I display? You want me to get some?
yeah, go grab one of the pretty first batches and one of the pretty whiskey soaps.
Candles.
I already
Oh.
did the candle.
Oh. Okay,
Oh, and since you're getting up, you like how that worked out?
Shit. I can't see the wordage.
You don't need to see it. I'll tell you.
You haven't told me shit.
Yeah, good point. I won't. Um, can you mute your mic when you leave, please? Because it picks me up. Echoey.
So sorry. Wait, where is it? Can't find it. Can't find it.
Not the first time I heard that.
I really can't find it.
It's a button. There you go. Good job. Uh, uh, dear God, help us. Um, mm, it's interesting, right? If you think about it, today is Friday the 13th in 2020, which was kind of a crazy year. Uh, we just passed our 13th anniversary. We're about to hit the second 7-year itch. It's a scab I need to pick. Just kidding. Yeah, and it's being recorded, so. Um, but anyway, what were we talking about? Okay, so we did our witch. Oh, hey, I don't know whether Fred. I guess I'll call you Fred. Which we're probably going to play games later if you're still up for it, because I kind of want to continue playing. But anyway, hey Fred, welcome to. We were just talking about we did our little little witch history lesson, mini lesson on Devin Hunter, which was pretty cool. Um, and I'm telling you, I think the only reason Rook chose him was because he thinks he's cute. I agree. I mean, not really the same, but I could see, Um, yes, well, Sylvie, actually, we do. Sir Creative Fred is obviously still a mod from our gaming streaming days. So I'm glad you popped in because I think we might end up playing a game soon. Um, but we sent the minion off to get more drinks. But anyway, we were talking about some of the different things that we've been spending time on and working on. So um, we've made a lot of hand soaps, bar soap. We've made facial toner, face wash. Um, Fred does not know about last week's mishap, um, where we did an entire stream on the standby screen. Not to mention the fact that Sylvie was certainly in the stream and didn't say anything either. Just saying. Um, and I don't know about the salves. I will tell you the most fun thing has been the soap, just because when you mess it up, you mess it up. We did our very first batch we ever made. When we started mixing it, it literally hardened like in 10 seconds, and you couldn't even get it out of the bucket. We had to throw it all away. Second, third, and subsequent batches did much better. But getting the scents right and getting the amount of chemical right, the sodium hydroxide with the right weights of oils and things just right. It's pretty intense at times trying to get all those things right. So we've had fun with that. Um, and from what I've learned, Sylvie, it's always blame the viewers because I've been a viewer quite a bit, so always blame the viewers. I learned that from you. Um, just kidding. But seriously, so let me get to the most fun thing. Soap is the most fun. Second most fun has for me has been lotion. Um, it is interesting. I've made a couple of different lotions so far. My favorite one being a marshmallow and neroli lotion, which is like it's weird because when you put it on, I like non-greasy stuff. I can't stand greasy. Depending on the situation, can't stand greasy lotion. And this stuff is so oily when it goes on, but like within 10 seconds, it's dried out and your hand, it's just so smooth. So it's really fun mixing those things together and finding the right balance and doing all that stuff. And that's witchcraft to me. Like that's very witchy things to do. You are taking ingredients that are naturally found, you put them together, you get them, balanced, and you find things that work. So it's very nice. I have actually seen that. The crystal thing, putting the crystals in the soaps and stuff, and I think somebody was doing the Herkimer diamonds, putting them in the candle stuff when they melt down. Pretty cool. I had a very good friend of mine. Well, I don't even want to say a good friend of mine. She's literally my um, druid mentor. She is one of the ones that's doing the bonfire that we're going to tomorrow. But she made me a candle. You can't see it now, but at some point it's a little weirdly melted, right? And that's because she had crystals in here. Um, and finding those each individual was very nice. It's very nice to see. And mess around with those. but making them is so different. Like when you get your different amounts of oils and things together, it's really neat to kind of play around with that and try to get it right. And the interesting thing is about the greasy lotion, this stuff goes on so greasy. Like I feel like your hand is in a vat of grease, but it literally dries within just a minute, and you can't. I haven't felt any lotion or bought any lotion that's better.
So this is the face wash. Tell them.
So that it's very hard to see because you have the sun coming off of your screen. Um, is one of our foaming face washes that we use with different essential oils and Castile soap base. Um, Very nice. We actually make a Noxzema style version of it that works really well, but we haven't got it just right enough to where we are comfortable um,
Oh, you
sharing
can't
it.
see the herbs.
Yeah, because your screen is freaking bright as hell. Um, we're going to call this the mouse dropping bar soap
Oh, that's
because that is
lavender.
lavender, and when it hits the water, it turns brown. It looks like mouse poop, as described by somebody else, which I think is hilarious.
Smells heavenly.
It does not smell heavenly. It smells like basic crest. Now, these are the ones that I'm excited about. They look funny, but that is real Madagascar vanilla powder in a whiskey bourbon leather scent. They are still curing, so they look a little funny, but they thickened so quick because there's literally whiskey in them. Um, they're hard to form, so they're funky shaped sometimes, like pieces missing like that. But they smell so good. But it's just fun to do that stuff.
It's magic.
So when which isn't just potions and going out and communing with the trees. Grab the lotion.
Where is it? In the jar?
Yeah.
I will.
Um, but yeah, so it's very nice. But going out and actually making these things and doing them, yeah, you can buy them. But when you make them yourself, it's just different. Um, this is we've started making rollerball scents. And again with intent. I have one. I can't find it at the moment that we actually put crystals in more to help mix it better. But they are little slivers of either like lapis lazuli, um, uh, snowflake obsidian, red jasper, some of the things that don't necessarily disintegrate in oils or water. So, but it's more to agitate the stuff and keep it mixed. But the scents that we're able to make and the way that we're able to make them is it's easy. Anybody can do it, but it's fun. It is the witching process. It's like kitchen witching. You actually go in and make the intent and work the process. It's very nice.
What about your cold cream?
We made cold cream,
This
facial
is the
cream. We
greasy.
made lotion.
This
That's
is
the
the
marshmallow
greasy.
lotion. I know it looks like mayonnaise, but to be honest, it kind of is mayonnaise because that's how they make industrial mayonnaise. Same process. Uh, but it's one of those that like the one that goes
It's
on
tattooed.
like straight oil. Like you feel greasy, but anyway. I don't
Straight
know how this
oil.
turned into a plug for our stuff because none of it's for sale right now, so it doesn't matter. I think the point is though, you need to
Manifest.
no, not manifest. The point is, um, we're talking about modern witches. One of the things that modern witches recognize, which I think is awesome, is that you don't have to sit in front of the cauldron and build a love potion, or and I know that sounds funny to some people, a love potion, but there is intent and process behind the things that you choose, like roses and rose water and hibiscus, or whatever the sense that you choose to work the process that you want. But making it and having the intent when you make it and working the process and creating with somebody and doing the things that take the energy to put into making it, it makes a difference. And I would argue to anybody who disagrees with that. Um, I had a very difficult situation at work, and I know this it's hard to see, but this is a just an intention jar that I put together of different things that I held in my hand, and it reminded me of how to stay grounded and probably kept me from getting fired because I wanted to punch the person in the face. Um, and I think at this point I've probably talked enough. So I'm going to punt over to Rook if there's any specific topics, and then we might actually play a couple games.
Oh no, I mean I really enjoy doing this. Of course, I don't stream a lot. I've only done it a couple times. I like this as just a light way to do it. Did you see any questions on the station?
No, ain't nobody want to care what we have to talk about, but I will share
Okay.
something else really cool.
What? It's good for tattoos, that lotion.
Um,
Dead by Daylight, anyone? Dwight, upside down on the hook?
Resident Evil, anybody?
Dead by Daylight? Can't see it. Dead by
So,
Daylight.
so if anybody who likes Phasmophobia, I didn't know that I really wanted to show these, but this just remind. I can't play Dead by Daylight, mother. It it crashes my computer.
Anybody want to play Dead by Daylight? Hit me up. Rook Tempest.
But we do have our very own ghost hunting kit, so we're really excited to actually put
Oh,
them into use recently. But
oh yeah. And speaking of that,
you have to put it in your mic if anybody hear it. So this is a authentic original K2 meter, right? Phasmophobia, anybody?
are there any slut spirits here?
Did you really just say slut spirits?
One of them called me a slut the other day.
You will recognize this as well. Dear God.
Hey, is there anybody here? What's your name?
Oh God, that's terrible. Um,
Did you die here?
professional recording device. It's for EVP. We're weird, I'm telling you. And then our actual spirit box. So hopefully we'll be setting up some ghost hunts here. There's a couple places I definitely want to go in Florida. Florida has a lot of really creepy places
Oh,
when it comes to doing the spirit box and all that stuff. So um, complete and utter witch nerds. So, is there any not to go too far back on track, since we're so far off? Um, I'm just gonna show one more time if anybody's interested.
oh,
That's your boy, your boo.
yeah, he looks young. Or
There's another boo picture of Rook's boo. I see the resemblance. I'm cuter. Um, and so
do another one and another one and another one.
nope, that's enough. Me too. Me too.
What, you two?
No,
Now you're supposed to be reading the comments because you know I can't see them. They might have a
sir.
question.
Sir Creative Fred states, I seen that one on the net. LOL. I said, mm-hmm.
Oh,
That is Devin Hunter, the Modern Witch podcaster, author that we talked about at the very beginning. You might have missed part of it. But he was our Modern Witch choice this week for discussion. Um, which kind of led us into the whole modern witchcraft. It actually talking about that and thinking about it again is it's interesting because as you move from historical witches to modern witches and all the stuff that we do, it's like you think it's a modern thing that um, it's a modern thing that we are getting back to where we started, right? So as people become more
yeah.
knowledgeable and more modern, we kind of revert back to practices that we did a long time ago, like making the soaps by hand, like doing things that require less energy, being more earth conscious. Um, uh oh. Uh oh.
I just want to know how everybody's week was. This
We
week
we have a
seemed like,
squeaker.
oh, Mademoiselle, ma petite poissette. She's so sweet.
She's squeaking for you. You need to take her.
Don't show her coochie.
Oh, you're terrible. She's gonna run
Come
over.
here.
She's coming.
How has everybody's week been? This week felt like half a day and then 2 weeks and one to me. Come on, come on. Oh, she cuddles me. This is my buddy. She has two heart defects, and she can't have surgery because if you fix one, it'll make the other off balance. So she takes a Tenolol twice a day. Cover up your coochie. And she's just a sweet girl. She's licking the lotion. Come on, sit down.
She does like that.
She likes beer.
So Savage Sylvie does make a point that I think a lot of people have thought of and probably felt this week. It has been kind of draining and sad, but mostly in the beginning.
Yep.
Um, I this year has been the most taxing I've ever been through, and the weeks are getting more and more difficult. So it's definitely I can't say that I understand what everybody's feeling, but I can definitely see how everybody's having their own just things and pieces and all these things going on. I will tell you, I'm really big into astrology and stuff, and if you don't mind, Rook, I wanted to feel like this is a good time to kind of read off one of the things our mentor, or can't say our, my mentor, um, had written to us, and this is part of why it's so important for me tomorrow to be at this bonfire with our. We don't really call them our coven; we call them our tribe. Um,
Yeah. Hey, she taught me how to make incense blends.
yeah, but it's just really important. So she's talking about as we go into the next phase. Um, a lot of it is very specific, so I'm going to skip some of the details of like the conjunctions and the astrological points. Um, but ultimately, right now, as 2020 is starting to come to a close, because we are in the last 2 months of 2020, we are all still feeling the pressure and everything that's coming off of this year, and COVID is a big part of that. But it's not just that. It's not COVID. It's the response to that. It's the election in the United States anyway. It's not everywhere because we are not the center of the world as much as the United States likes to think we are. Um, but when you back all of it out, COVID by itself would take the cake for that.
It's a big
Um,
forceful reset.
Absolutely. And as of 7:36 p.m. Eastern on Friday, which for us it's now excuse me, it's now Saturday because it's 12:07 a.m. But as of 7:36 Eastern time yesterday, the expectation is an uptick in surge of new energy and ability to stand firm for what you believe in. So people often confuse standing firm for what you believe in for judgment and force others to stand for what you believe in. So we have to be careful with that. When you stand for what you believe in, you stick with what you believe in. You know that other people believe in different things, but you don't allow yourself to get lost in the mix. It's a lot like when people ask me often why, after 13 years, are Rook and I still together without ever, and I can say this clear conscience, ever having a major argument. It's because we recognize that we are still two individual people. Together, the two flames are still there. Flames, haha. They're brighter, but they're never becoming one. We are not two people that became one person together. We are two people that are still individual people, like different things that do different things. We allow each other to be individual people, but together we're more powerful. It's the same thing. Um, when you look into the energy of things going around and you're looking at what you stand firm in, you should stand firm in that, but you cannot stand firm thinking that everybody else has to stand firm with you. And you have to allow space for other people to stand firm. Um, there are two things that we can do with the energy of where Mars is and where a lot of other planets are right now, and that is we can either channel that energy into becoming angry, We can dissipate it on things that aren't necessary, or we can direct it and transmute it into positivity. So we can direct that energy. Moving further into the year a little bit, or into the week. I'm sorry, the week. Um, we have to be really careful about making sure that on Saturday we spend some time identifying what things stick out in our head and what things are happening and how we are interpreting it, and be willing by the end of the day tomorrow to let them go. Again, it's one of the reasons why I'm feeling right now it's so important for us to get with our tribe and get together. It's because we've done all the pre work. We are ready to burn the shit out and let it fucking go somewhere else. We're done with it. And then as we continue going on, we go into a next lunar cycle. It's time to dream big, move things going, get things going, and then spend the rest of the year really thinking about how we're going to move out of 2020. So that was kind of the gist of where we are at, where we feel we are at right now, because it's been a tough year for everybody. This week has probably been one of the toughest since, I don't know, March or April for me. Um,
Yeah.
and it's just so important to think about the things that you have. Um, be be willing to stand firm for those things, right? Stand firm in your own, but do not stand so firm that you break when other people are applied to your situation.
Well, it's been really tough, and I complain, because from what March to mid-September, neither one of us literally had a day off. Saturday, Sunday, nights, evenings, weekends, constant, constant COVID, 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 COVID. But there were also people that couldn't work during that time, right? So I try to be thankful that we were able to work. We had a paycheck coming in, but good God, that 6 months that was a challenge, and
Yeah,
it was just as much of a challenge to people that weren't working
or more.
or more. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's been hard on many different people. It's a tough year.
yeah. And I find it personally very lucky to have somebody that's going through it with me. I can't imagine doing it by myself, but people do it. I was thinking the other day, like, and this happens to me, I'd say every 3 to 4 months. I literally break down in tears because I find that text message from Rhonda that's
Oh
still
yeah.
on my phone. Rhonda is a friend of ours that we definitely did not spend as much energy on as we should have. Um, but we were pretty close with, and we spent a lot of time with, and that she literally took, and I'm God bless the dead. She literally took probably some of the most difficult situations and really made her life her way. She passed away in her sleep at 41 years old. Um, and you think about all the other things that go on and all the other process and all the other things that happen, and you just become thankful for what you have. We've been I feel like we've been very lucky. Um, Although I still reserve the right to complain. I mean, we were working some days. I mean, we hit 24 hours, and I'm just like, I can't think. I was on the phone with my boss until like 7 o'clock the next morning fixing something, and like it's like Jesus, this is never going to end. But I have a roof over my head. I have a nice car to drive. I have a job where I'm appreciated. I have a relationship I'm appreciated in. I have my ability to do things that I like to do. So no matter how bad it got, it's still better than what a lot of people had to work with. And recognizing that, I think, is an important thing. So, um, and Savage Sylvie's talking about just the last few months being difficult, and thank God she got through it. And we're glad you got through it so far too. And hopefully, not even hopefully, I'm sure you're going to continue to get through it. But when you're in the middle of it, sometimes it just doesn't feel like you're getting through it. Sometimes. Um, but it is all relative. And that goes back to our expectation that we can't assume or think that just because I feel or do something a certain way that everybody else is going to feel or do something that same thing the same way. You know, like I'm literally I'm built for work. I'm a Virgo sun, a Virgo moon, a Taurus rising. Not that that necessarily means anything to a lot of people, but I live by my job. As long as I have work that's meaningful, nothing nothing will phase me. Like I stay that even keeled. Now I can't say that I've never lost my temper.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I mean, I know
Hey,
everybody
can
knows
you
me.
all hear me?
Everybody knows me as the nice guy, but that's not always how it goes.
Really?
I have to let.
You're the nice one?
Oh, you think you're the nice one?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Show me the receipts.
Oh, you want to hold on a second? I can go get them.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
Yeah, you're mostly nice.
I have
You're most
a very quick uh, steam release. I compare it to a turbo in a car. You know, I'm good all the way on the revs, all the way. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You hit one point, the blow off valve goes, then I'm right back to normal. My temper is literally so quick, so fast, and then it's just done. And I have no clue what Fred just redeemed. Random draw. You want to? I can draw you a tarot card if you want.
Oh, Fred.
It's so weird.
God, can you all believe that it's freaking the middle of November? It
Shit.
seems literally like it was just March, April.
I actually
Oh,
can see that, Sylvie. I can imagine.
what? Oh,
I'm not even going to guess what your sign would be, but it's probably one of the immutable signs. My temper, I literally can be like, I hate you. I hope you fucking die. Don't ever fucking come near me. You're a piece of shit. I don't like you. And literally 3 seconds later, let's go to lunch. What can I get for you? How are you doing? Like it's just it's that quick. If I don't get that steam blow off, then I can hold a grudge. But I usually can let it out and get done and move on really fast. Um, I think some of that probably comes. Yes, I can. I think some of that probably comes from some of the things I've been through in the past, and um, yeah. I mean, I spent a lot of time in therapy as a kid. That's all I'm saying. Aquarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon. Well, you and Rook have something in common. Rook is a Sun Sagittarius. I don't even remember what your moon sign is. Do you?
no.
Mm. Um, my sister is an Aquarius, and we are polar opposites, but we get along very well for the most part. For most people that I've met that are Aquarius, once you get to know them a little bit, uh, then you can get along pretty well with a Virgo.
Verga.
Because I'm a virgin. Hmm. But yeah,
No verga.
I just can't with you, dear God. Um, I have my own very specific theory about how astrology works, but uh, I also don't believe in fate either. I don't believe in coincidences either. So I think most things that we choose and we do can be changed, adjusted, and I think a lot of what we learn from astrology or from tarot, even or oracle or whatever it is that we use to divine things or to figure things out really comes from um, just looking at things from different perspectives. I think there's an energy that's there that we don't understand, that we don't have access to all the time. Well, rephrase, that we have access to all the time, but that we may not know exactly how to use or interpret. And that is certainly true for me. I really feel comfortable and confident in my in my access, but not always confident in my interpretation. So um, that's definitely a witchy part of the process. Figuring out how to interpret the signs and symbols that you do see once you get access to them. And yes, Fred, we know you tend to just chase people and pull them out of their cars, which is also not a very successful
Oh,
strategy.
yeah, yeah, that could be like dangerous, right? And now, but he he wasn't having it.
We we should video chat Fred and then have him
But
tell his story.
yes, we should bring him in. Ding, ding, ding. Phone a friend.
That would be funny.
Fred's a good friend to me. He always and never minds to play Dead by Daylight me with me, even though I was really, really bad 2 years ago, and even though nobody else wants to play.
I like Dead by Daylight. You've seen what
He's
it
a
does
good
to my
friend.
computer.
Yeah, but Fred's always down to play.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't even just make it shut down. It literally disappears. It's like you pulled the plug. I don't get it. It
I think he
is.
did it on purpose. He did something to his computer.
I'm not smart enough to do that. I mean, I do have a Mensa IQ, but I'm just saying. I'm definitely not smart enough. I did not sabotage it. I like sabotage like the hooks. Haha. I don't like. I mean, I do. Shit. I do like Dead by
Oh.
Daylight. I play it on my laptop when I have it.
Can you put up the picture again
Of who?
of the our topic of discussion?
That picture?
Okay. I never even seen a picture of him when I was researching, so his claim that I looked at him because he was cute is totally
Well, I mean,
inaccurate.
he is. So
Well, he's not cute. I mean, but that's not why I researched him. Okay.
you good? I'm just
Yeah.
gonna actually. I'm just gonna leave it like this for a while. I'm good.
Wow.
I don't know any of you people.
Does anybody else in here work in healthcare? That's what I would want to know. Maybe some of you have gone through the same things we've gone through. This crazy thing, policies changing daily, weekly, multiple times a day,
I,
putting up walls, wearing masks,
I will tell you.
gowns.
I will tell you my experience this year with COVID as a healthcare executive style. I'm not a C-suite executive, but I mean I am responsible for nursing for a large number of patients, probably 4,000 patients. I have learned so much about myself this year. Um, Most specifically, I've learned where my limits are. And I'm very proud that my limits and ability to manage and has really been tested this year. And I've also learned that it doesn't matter what your limits are or how good you are at something. You need to work towards doing something you love to do. If you don't love what you do, you need to figure out what you love to do and how you're going to
Yeah.
make that work for you. Um, Sylvie does not work in healthcare, and neither does. I just am going to say it out because of the screen name. Uh, I like to just say Tyler because it just makes sense the way it's written. But anyway,
Oh, I like him.
um, yes, wearing masks, whole nother story. Yay! Thank you for the cupcake bit. Woohoo!
I
I don't
like
I
cupcakes.
don't know why, but the first part of your screen names for some reason makes me think um mac and
Easy, Mac.
mac and cheese. I don't know why. I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't didn't think it was, but I don't, no, it's terrible of me to even say that. And Sylvie, that is much appreciated. I don't. It is very sad to me that it is a going away gift.
Oh,
Um, I am really hoping that we do see you in the near future and that you do eventually return because um, I don't know. When I first started going into the other stream where we met, that you're the first person that chatted with me, the first person that talked to me, the first person that made fun of me, and I really enjoyed every minute of it. So I'm really hoping you do either a stick around in your own way or back and forth. So that would be fun. And yay, thank you for following. I'm not on Twitter too much, but I am on there. So would love to stay in touch. Absolutely. And I will carry that savage torch. I promise.
You better. She's
And
savage. I like it.
yeah, well, you definitely make fun of me. That's for sure.
I
But
like the spice.
uh, your Discord is frozen, Rook. We can't hear you, and your video is stopped. I'm just letting you know. Um, uh,
It's up.
it'll come back. Give it a minute.
What do I have to do?
Nothing. Shh. Um,
Okay.
but yes, you can still make fun of
I
me.
have
I,
stuff to
I I
say.
need it. I need it in my life. I like you letting me fail completely
Yes.
before you actually make fun of me too. That's also nice. Um, and yes, you love mac and cheese. Absolutely. Well, that actually is a good question. Of all the different places that you can get mac and cheese, what's the best and what's the best flavor? I have a thing with,
Oh.
don't judge me, but Wawa mac and cheese
Yes.
with garlic aioli or ranch. So good. He likes
Sriracha.
sriracha.
Yeah.
Don't act like
Sriracha.
you all big and bad. You tried that Carolina Reaper and that tore your ass up.
That shit
That was
tore me
hilarious.
up. I'll say it, that is terrible. I like Texas Pete's, Frank's, Salasha. How do you say Sriracha?
Sriracha. So
Sriracha.
for those of you still in the chat, yesterday Rook did not follow my instruction of putting one or two drops in his um, ketchup to mix in and then put on his sandwich, and he put Carolina Reaper on his sandwich and ate it. This man was running around the house, his face sweating, like liquid on his cheeks and face and nose, drinking half and half cream to get it to stop.
Why didn't you film it? That would have been funny.
I should have. Uh, how can you not have a
Oh,
wow up there?
I don't do sheets. I was so excited for sheets.
Yeah, they fucked up.
Everybody said it was so good. We had one in where was it, Manassas, and it just wasn't.
That does
It
remind me,
wasn't.
I'm flying into Detroit again in January, and I'll be in Toledo for a week. Ooh, I just hit my thing. Yeah. Well, Wawa actually started in New Jersey, so, and I don't want to get started with Sylvie because this whole Wawa 7-Eleven thing, that's been a mess.
Barbecue, barbecue.
I meant to last time, Tyler, but did you freeze? Nope, you didn't freeze. But our work, we had to. They just fucked us up, basically. So I definitely would love to do that. And how can you not have? That's just ridiculous. If you don't have Wawa, you shouldn't be a state or a city. I always end up when I'm in Toledo. I always end up staying in the Renaissance. I think is it the Renaissance Hotel in downtown Toledo, right on the water. Because that's where my corporate office is and stuff. And every night they go to the steam plant or they go to these specific places or we go to the Prometica steam plant for food and everybody goes out and it's all corporate, so you have to do what they want to do. It's freaking annoying.
Well, they told me to go to the
It's pretty
casino.
though, very pretty, very
Did
pretty
you
area.
have you ever been to the casino there?
No, we always went to the steam plant for food, and then there's a sushi place. I can't remember the name of it. Right across on the opposite side, that was really good. Um,
You like this fish?
you do have a good excuse. I'll give you that, Sylvie. I, but I'm telling you, for a convenience slash gas station, Wawa has the best food. Like If you know McDonald's, and actually, you know what, McDonald's is what it is for basic what it is. It is what it is, right? McDonald's. Uh,
They have mac and cheese.
Wawa is 10 times better than McDonald's, and I would love to go to mac and cheese anywhere. I love deep fried mac and cheese.
Oh,
That is hard to find, but it's good.
does anyone like Chipotle?
No,
Yes,
their queso tastes
Chipotle.
like powdered,
Not the
reconstituted
queso,
shit.
the tacos.
They're terrible. I hate Chipotle.
No, they're good.
How did we get on talking about Chipotle? This is like totally not important for any reason, but I guess you know what? It's needed.
I'm gonna know barbecue, pork or beef for those that eat such
Why
things.
not both?
Well, you could do both, but I want to see who likes beef.
Pork.
Beef,
Pork.
beef.
If I had a good mod, they would be able to do a poll.
I can't see any of your conversation.
I'm telling you what they are as you're reading. We have one vote for pork.
Oh, well, that's you.
But the only mod that's currently in the stream apparently doesn't know how to run a poll. Don't worry, I don't either.
I'm gonna learn. I'm new to this.
I agree with Sylvie, both. I think pork is great, pulled
Oh,
pork, and beef is great, but there's also one other difference.
y'all like that with vinegar? Do you all like pork and vinegar?
It's not vinegar, it's just a vinegar based sauce.
I'm really buzzed.
Me too, but I'm still fighting with Rook's mother, my mother in law,
Oh God, good
daily
Lord,
about
on that
barb.
Trump shit.
Oh, fuck
Oh,
that. I'm talking about barbecue.
oh,
We're not doing politics. That's that's somewhere
okay.
else.
Yeah,
No,
Lord.
ma'am, sir. Um, but I grew up whenever somebody said barbecue, then it was automatically pulled pork barbecue with a vinegar based sauce. That is Virginia barbecue. Now, if we wanted barbecued ribs or barbecued beef, then they said barbecue ribs or barbecue beef. But if you just say barbecue, then it's just pulled pork with vinegar sauce. And when we go to Mission Barbecue or wherever, it's fucking amazing. It's so good.
Mission's good.
I'm gonna have to read up on how to do all that.
We've been eating less meat this week, intentionally.
Less meat?
Yeah,
What meat have you eaten?
we've had meat.
When I had bacon once on a BLT one time this week.
I think I had meat. I think I had Chipotle day this week.
Truth comes out.
Chicken, chicken,
Uh, nobody, nobody else is even answering the
chicken,
question.
chicken tacos.
I don't think there's anybody to even answer the poll.
Well, we're blessed that they came by.
Yeah, I do too. We actually are really trying to eat better.
Any tips on tofu, anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody do the tofu?
Yeah, we haven't figured that one out very well yet. And we're not like for me, I'm not going totally like vegetarian. I just am reducing the amount of meat that I eat to 1 or 2 days a week. It's not necessary. I like enough other foods. Although my diet yesterday and today has been cheese pizza and chips. So, not that that's much better. You can't see it because I'm wearing a dark shirt.
What?
So Savage Sylvie loves tofu. We have
Ooh,
so um we are definitely working on reducing our amount of meat intake, and I love like Morningstar Farms. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a specific company that does tofu or vegetarian based foods instead of meats. It's all meat free. Practically vegan, but not always vegan, so we don't call them always vegan. I certainly will never be a vegan. It's just not in my cards. Haha. But we can't figure out how to frickin' cook tofu right. I went to Silver Diner and I got tofu skewers, and I expected them to be something decent to eat. It was so fucking terrible. Like I literally threw up. It was so bad. It was literally block of tofu, rubber on a stick. Now I know there is a way to cook tofu right so that it tastes good, but we
Can you barbecue it?
cannot figure it out. We have I think 2 pounds of it that we need to figure out how to cook.
We need to cook it
We
tomorrow.
need help. Maybe that's something we can stream and just have somebody tell us how to do it.
Yeah,
Um,
tofu.
Although I think we're still doing pagan podcast tomorrow night too, so we need to be back by 9:30. You are drunk.
Well, can you? You don't know what the moon is gonna call tomorrow.
We'll find out.
Fire,
Pan
water.
frying it with a sauce. Okay. So
Ooh, soy
so
sauce
so
or barbecue.
so when you pan fry it, do you use for instance olive oil, and you throw the my guess would be high heat. Throw the tofu in.
Put it in.
That'd be hard.
I'd really like to try it. I've never had tofu actually.
You've just never had plain like actual tofu cooked because a lot of the stuff we're eating is actually tofu. It's just
Oh,
pre-prepared in a way that we like.
well, I like it then.
Yeah. I tried pan frying it one time and I couldn't get it to have a good flavor. So I was thinking about throwing some olive oil in a pan, throwing the tofu in on high heat, trying to get it somewhat crispy, and then throwing in some balsamic vinaigrette. Um, so absolutely soy sauce. Like I can drink soy sauce out of the bottle, just like sour cream. Mm.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
gross.
Cottage cheese, yum.
Ooh,
I can eat an onion like an apple.
ooh.
You just don't eat anything.
I like radishes.
I think soy sauce would probably be. Oh, Chinese five spice. We have that too. I think that would be a good one. We'll have to figure that out.
Really buzzed.
Really, Fred?
What? I like Fred.
Fred's comment: Sick temple for vegetarian recipes. I bet they have plenty of expertise, many hundreds of years. Not sure that they will share them.
Oh,
Probably not.
I wonder if
Uh,
what's that place called? Oh,
Chins.
no, the big place, Chinese food place. B.F. Chang's. What if
Yes,
they have tofu lettuce wrap
they
recipe?
do. They have tofu lettuce wraps. Um,
That'd be good. I bet.
they are. I have had them before. They're not bad with the balsamic reduction, which is basically the same thing with
Shit.
cucumbers. If you have fresh cucumbers, I can't stand fresh. Most fresh vegetables I don't like. Love them cooked. But you can do fresh steamed cucumbers with a balsamic reduction and a little bit of salt. Perfect. Of course, that's basically putting liquid salt and regular salt on top of something, so that's all you
Come
taste.
on, baby Cece. Oh, she wants to say hi, guys.
That's a good idea. I might do that. So I am actually going to run to the bathroom break. Um, so I'm gonna mute on my side, and then um, I think we should play a game. If anybody wants to play a game.
Yeah. Jibba daylight.
All right, I'll be back. I have to scoot out because I'm not wearing any pants. Did anybody hear that? Are you gonna? Don't tell them.
Oh, I wouldn't tell them. Anybody have a dog? Does anybody have a dog? They're so sweet. Yeah. You got me through some rough days, huh? Yeah, you have. You have. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh. So he had to go to the head. And I can't see any of y'all's comments, but I just want to thank you all for coming by. And if you type, he can see. Does anyone play Dead by Daylight? I used to die in 20 seconds every game 2 years ago, but I'm better now. Yeah, come on. I know. Come on. What? 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 Anybody have anything weird happen today on Friday 13th? Any weird goings on or any positive things? Here it's a really Friday the 13th is a really lucky day for a lot of people. I hear clicking. Anybody else live in Florida? Where are you all at? Anybody in Texas, Virginia, Alaska? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can't have beer. Mm-mm. Anybody get hit by Hurricane Eta? Eta, Ata, Eta? Shocker. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna go over here so I can see what they're saying on your screen. If they're saying something, how can you tell what they're saying? LGBTQTA. How do you see what they're saying? Oh, ooh, Savage will play Dead by Daylight. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, Fred will play it. Okay, we got to put on the screen. I'm gonna load up Dead by Daylight on my screen. Hold on. Ooh, let's see what these people are doing. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna put it on. All right. Do you want to change this app to make devices? Changes. Okay, here we go, y'all. What the hell? Is it doing an update? Dead by Daylight Binding. What's this? What the hell is this? Binding Light thing. Oh, Binding of Kin. I don't want to discuss. I want to play. Look, they want to play Dead by Daylight. Woo,
Who's
woo,
they?
woo. Savage, Fred.
Well, y'all can play.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can't.
I'm trying to pull it up, but it's doing something.
I appreciate y'all on my stream.
Oh, I hear it. Woo.
Trying to play a game that you know that I can't play.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on, honey.
That's very nice of you.
Want to stream by your friends for Salty Raven? Oh, sure. Okay, it's coming up.
Very sweet of you to decide to play a game that you know that I can't actually play.
He can play on his laptop, you all.
Which doesn't stream and I would cannot
Oh,
do through any of that stuff. Y'all. But no, no worries. No worries.
let's
Do what you
see.
gotta do.
Okay, I'll wait till you're done with the thing. We're done with the thing, but
Uh,
I'm
no, we'll
open.
just have to end it.
Oh, okay. Go buddy. Shh. Bubba tea. Shh. Love it.
Mm, so it looks like we're gonna have to end stream. Um, unfortunately, anytime I open Dead by Daylight, it crashes my entire computer. So we'll not be able to stream and do that same time. Nope, y'all decided. Um, so yeah. Um, let me. It is unfortunate. We've tried it multiple times. It just doesn't work. So, yeah. I know, y'all. He's already got Dead by Daylight up on his computer. So it is what it is. I mean, it's not like it's news that y'all know I can't fucking play that game. I mean, I'm just saying. No, You made a decision. It really doesn't bother me. I do wish I could play though, because it'd be nice, and it doesn't make any sense why it doesn't actually work on my computer. It literally, I can't fucking believe you would put Rocket League, even though you spelled it wrong, in my chat. You should be banned just for that. Rocket League is the most terrible, horrible ever invention game that's ever existed on this planet. It should be banned permanently from everything. Um, what I might do, or would consider doing, um, well, the the little baby's gonna get his way. Um, what I might do is I might, if he can figure it out, since when he's tried streaming, he can't figure it out. Um, I can make fun of him constantly on it and allow, well, if I can get him to share his screen on Discord. I think that could be potentially fun. Um, wouldn't be a normal kind of a stream, really. Um, but yeah, we could try that maybe. Rocket League is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I hate it passionately. Mostly because I suck at it even more than most games. Like, when you play Rocket League, there's so much going on. By the time I even figure out where the fucking ball is, the game's over. I mean, truth. So, we will try. I'm not against it. If anybody cares to watch Rocket, I'm sorry, not Rocket. Fuck no. Dead by Daylight. I enjoyed Dead by Daylight. Again, unfortunately, I can't stream it, but I certainly we can switch our Discord into our other Discord, and then um, I don't even know what Discord is linked in here. This one, because I've got two Discords. The one that's linked in here is probably um, the Palms Piranhas Discord. I have a second Discord. Um, Mike sent you a invite. That is the Pagan Discord, so that is where we are right now. So if you want to hop in there, we can do that. I'm already pissed off, but you better go fucking sit down.
Oh, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Midstream, and you're going to pick the one game that you know I can't play?
Listen, I don't care what we play.
No, no, it's already open on your computer. Nope. So what you're gonna do?
Yes.
You're gonna stop sharing because we don't want to see your face no more.
How to? Oh, okay.
And then
Wow.
you're gonna change it to share screen,
How to stop
and we're gonna
share?
see if it actually works. It may not work.
Hold on. So go to share screen. Share screen to seat. Go live. Meeting room Discord or Dead by Daylight. What
Dead by Daylight.
okay. Go live.
That's not what I told you to do, but certainly we can do that.
I can't get it over. Oh. Oh, excuse me.
So if anybody would like to stay in and watch Rook and Fred play Dead by Daylight on my stream channel, because I can't play, that's what we're going to do. And we are going to pick and make fun of him the entire time, because that's... If I ever needed to channel my inner Savage Sylvie, right now is going to be that moment.
Good luck and don't fuck it up. Let's see.
You're, this is one of those moments where they're lucky that I'm nice. Let me see, and oh, all right. So Fred is now in the meeting room. I don't know why it's blocked out. You should have access to it because you have the well. Oh wait, that's on Palms. Okay, so that's a little different.
We could play a couple rounds and then we won't monopolize it, but
I'm just gonna remember this, you know.
right.
I mean, I feel some kind of way, but it is what it is.
Can they all hear us?
They can.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, what I gotta do for rituals? The way of light. Save your ritual. Oh, I'm gonna save them from the. Oh, David King. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, let's see. All right. Any rags? Oh, I'm a little buzzed.
So this is something I've never done on any stream. It actually is pretty good. Okay, Sylvie. Let's see when you get back. If anybody is still watching on the viewer list, let me know how the video looks and if it actually is consistent and clear and all that stuff. It'd be nice to know. Because Bradley, stop it.
What?
That is way too much noise in the middle of me talking.
Oh, should I mute?
Inconsiderate jerkhead.
Call me courtesy.
I hope you have water over there. As I was saying, hopefully it's clear. Um, and it looks decent.
We have to invite Savage.
Uh,
How do I invite him? Her.
she BRB'd. I don't know that she's going to be right back. Right away. I don't know if she's playing or not. Hopefully so. That would be great. Um,
Yeah.
The only thing I don't know is how sound. Don't send me an invite, motherfucker. That's just rude. And you're muted, by the way.
Who, me?
No, not you. Fred, why? Why can't you talk to Fred? Well, I can't hear you now. What did you do? Why
Oh,
can't
do
I
I need
hear
to
you?
switch to the other Discord?
No, Fred is in here, but he muted himself.
Oh. Well, we may not get a match.
I don't know. You're not server muted. That's weird. It does show you muted.
Oh, me?
No,
Oh.
not you. You about driving my last nerve.
Don't worry, I only do a couple rounds.
I don't know, Fred. Maybe Control R? I don't know.
There he goes. I hear him.
No, you don't.
I thought I heard my friend Fred. He always tells me instructions.
I might need to give him a different, I might need to change his access. It should work, though. I have it set up to properly whatever.
Shit, what are we doing? Waiting on this
Alright, Fred, if you can hear me, I am going to...
necrophonic.
Now try it. I have no clue why it would do it this way.
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hey, there's Fred. I love
That
him.
is
Jesus.
weird. What up?
What up? What up? Is it like a lot of people? Is that why it's looking for a match?
That's
Or
why.
not enough?
It's the
Why?
rolls.
Is it the push to talk thing?
No, it's the rolls. I have something
Oh,
wrong in the rolls somehow.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Rolls
I
Royce.
just changed it back and it muted you again, and then I changed it back and it unmuted you. This
Okay.
isn't even supposed to be a locked meeting room. I don't know why it's set up that way.
Mm,
I want to go back and change it. Anywho,
So is there like nobody playing? Is that why it's doing this?
no clue.
Huh.
It's probably a broken lobby. Let's cancel this.
Okay, let's see. Back escape.
Leave party.
Unready. Okay, leave party.
Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah. Let me check that real quick. Crossplay is on. Cancel. I'm gonna send you an invite.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send Brian an invite.
hmm y'all are just mean people. Y'all are just mean.
We really need to figure that out, though.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I
like
wouldn't even worry about it
crazy.
because obviously in the middle of my stream, it's okay for everybody else to choose a game that they know I can't play.
Hey, I told
Are
you
you
other options.
are you really mad?
I mean, I'm not really mad, but it is kind of annoying. I'll be honest.
Well, let's jump on Destiny 2 or something.
We give you
Nope.
Destiny 2.
Nope. Rook
I'm
made his
totally.
decision. Rook made his decision knowing he made his decision. We're going to watch Rook play.
But it doesn't look like we can.
That's
It's
not my
not working
problem.
that way.
Y'all asses going to sit in here until y'all get a motherfucking match. You better fucking mute that
Oh
phone.
shit. I gotta tell Michelle. I really have to answer. Hold on.
Mute. Oh, he can figure it out now, can he? Not really mad, by the way.
I know.
Okay, good. It's more fun this way.
Oh no.
Look, I used to be like I am obsessive over Mystery Science Theater. Um, I absolutely would love to do the type of watch party where you just pick the shit out of every single thing in the show. Like I love I think that would be so much fun.
Why haven't we done something like that?
I don't know. We probably should.
I agree.
I guess for me, really, we have our 1 day a week that we stream, which is the Friday at 11 o'clock. That's really the only time we do it, and it's just like for me, I like to be involved in the community and stuff. So it's too hard to stream and do that. But
Um,
we might start doing that if we do our late weekend stuff. Um, because yeah, I think that'd be fun. Pick a movie and just like I don't know. It's fun. But we should do it.
an old movie that we can nitpick.
Yeah. And I'm not good. Like I don't ever see myself as a any type of streamer. I'm just it's not a, I'm not a, we're not streaming. We're not streamers. We're just doing a stream kind of thing.
I get
Um
it.
so I think that would be a lot of fun. Like and we're starting to get into a little bit of a groove where play a little bit on Friday, rest, and then around 10 o'clock start drinking. 11 o'clock do our little witch story for an hour, and then pick a put a movie on or play a game. Either one's fine. He doesn't know it, but I'm going to be picking the fuck out of everything he does. By the way, he's going to
Oh,
hate
I
it.
know.
Uh huh.
There'll be some goofiness. I can see it already.
Look, I was watching a stream the other day. It was four guys, and they're basically from like four completely different corners of the whatever the I don't want to say the Earth because that sounds really weird. Um, and they literally all they do is just like they were watching movies and listening to things and just picking up. It was so much fun. They had no viewers except me, but it was still fun. Welcome back, Sylvie. We were just talking about our ongoing Twitch and YouTube because all of the videos I do also get uploaded to YouTube. I separate them though. The witch story part and the streaming part we get separated out, but um, we were just talking about how much fun it would be to do a watch party, but not something like current where you have to pay attention. Something older where we literally just make fun of every single thing that happens, like the Mystery Science Theater. We
Like
definitely
Freddy Krueger movies. That would be
Yes,
fun.
I love Freddy Krueger. I'm terrified. That's my favorite movie of all time. Is all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Well, 1 through 5 anyway. Everything after that was dumb.
Jason versus Freddy.
Jason and yeah, no.
Oh
Uh,
Lord.
the Dream Warriors,
I
hands
like the
down,
Dream Warriors.
best
The
movie
best.
ever.
Agreed. 100%.
Yep.
Tell him we in a game.
Y'all in the game, bitch.
Let's get a game. Let's get it on now. Let's get a game. Let's get it on now.
We have a Twitcher in here.
A
Who's
Twitcher.
who's a Twitcher?
Elemental Energy 1.
Hi, Elemental Energy. How you doing?
He is weird.
Can they hear us?
If you're in stream and they're in stream, you are, but I generally don't call out people that don't talk first because they may not want to be noted.
Oh, I don't know these rules.
He's talking about in Twitch. I'm just whatever. Oh dear God, help me, please. Y'all see what I have to deal with every day?
I'm buzzed to the gills. Okay, let's see who we got here.
Yeah, let's
It's
see how
going to
this
be a
goes.
console killer and a one console player
Let's
in the
shred them.
Western
Ooh,
world.
you got miso soup or whatever it is.
Miso soup.
Survivor pudding.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a
Gotta have
while
that
since I
pudding.
played. So Sylvie, what's your what kind of wine are you drinking if you don't mind sharing? and what is your favorite? I'm definitely a wino. We just don't have any good wine right now. I prefer wine over beer and liquor any day.
I'm drinking a mimosa of all things.
Mimosas are
That sounds really good.
Orange
mimosas
juice and
are great day
champagne.
after to me.
I know. It is,
I'm a
but I
Bloody
just
Mary
wanted
fan
one.
too. I'll admit that. But
Hmm.
I like Bloody Marys that you can like eat with a fork. Like I want the tomato seeds, I want the hot sauce, I want Worcester sauce, I want tomato, I want everything, shrimp, all of it,
Ooh,
olives, the whole 9 yards.
you like that fish?
Yes.
Ah, I won. We
What?
won. All right. We
Ooh,
escaped.
What the heezy?
I wonder
A
who
killer
disconnected.
disconnected from the match?
It said a player should try reading. It's important.
Wow.
So here we go
We
back to a 15-minute wait.
y'all don't have much of a delay on here, do y'all?
Who?
On your stream, it's not much of
No.
a delay at all.
No, and we've
Like seconds.
nope with the 2080 Ti ramped up and the everything's set. It's cranking. I don't have any missed frames the entire stream. Not one. At 60 FPS. I finally got the settings right by actually just I went on YouTube and copied somebody else's. So
But it's working good. Like it's within seconds. I'm watching his at my screen. I was like, oh, okay.
well
That was
yeah, and
instant.
remember we upgraded to the gigabit and what they did is the normally there's I don't know it's a 10 to 1 I think upload download and we chose the business 2575 which seems to make a big difference and the people had to come out and fix this shit at the street too.
Well, they wanted like $100 and something for the gigabit whatever. It was like 175, and then they wanted to top it off to get you only get 1 terabyte of data. But if you
Damn.
wanted the unlimited, you had to pay like $75 more. It ends up being like $300 for
Shit.
internet. I was like, nope.
Well, we pay 280 um but that is gigabit unlimited with the phone and all the cable and everything.
Oh, this is without cable and
Yeah,
phone.
that's
It's
everything.
300.
282 a month.
Stupid. I'm like, I'm not paying that
hmm
price. So I got the 300 gigabytes per second with unlimited, which is only 125. So I ain't hating.
yeah, right. Um Sylvie, both Rook and I are full-bodied red wine drinkers ourselves.
Yes.
I'm going to take a stab at a 1682 Fontareche. I don't know where that's from, but I will tell you
Mm.
my best wines of one of the best wines I like. It's kind of a cheaper one, but it is a Beaujolais. Go ahead and laugh, Rook, because I know you want to. It is a Beaujolais. Amazing. Oh my God, so good. It's a Chilean spicy red. Oh, so good. Um, I dated one of those once, by the way.
Really?
A Chilean spicy red.
Was the spice good?
It was a little bland, a little lacking in some
Wasn't
respects.
salty enough.
Oh no, it was salty. Um, but yeah, I like any kind of full-bodied dry red wine. We had one the other day that was really good. I think we still have the bottle. What was that? I don't remember. Oh, we still have the Chianti, don't we? I'm not drinking it now. Never mind. Just kidding. Yeah, I've definitely learned that cheap wine and really expensive wine aren't generally the best. For me, it's always like the 18 to $25 range. All of our favorites kind of fit in that spot. A lot of people joke me on my wine because I like it to taste like you're licking tree bark sometimes. But I also eat raw cinnamon sticks too.
What's that? I like Maybach.
It's Malbec that you're thinking of.
Malbec.
Maybach.
Malbec.
That would be
Maybach.
a high-end Mercedes.
Well, I can't afford that.
New. Yeah, the $20 range is definitely where it's at for red wines. Um,
What about white ones?
to me, white wines you kind of have to spend a little bit more to get a good one, but I have not found one that I really like, except one Chardonnay called Bertane Le Lave Chardonnay. It's a cheaper one, but it's the only one that's good. It literally tastes like butter. Um,
They have one from Alpha Omega Farms.
I'm just
Mm.
not a white wine person. It tastes too acrid, maybe. I don't know the right word for it.
Mm, I like white wines.
Like Pinot Grigio makes me vomit. I can't stand it.
Hmm.
But one of my favorite thing. I wish we could. There, that is perfect. Sylvie said it tastes like grass.
Ooh,
That's
no,
exactly what
it
it is.
don't.
Yes, it does.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I would rather not acquire it and go for an actual taste. I don't need to go obtain it. I just want it to taste good.
So what's a good white wine? I'll try it.
The only white wine I've ever been able to drink is the strongest Chardonnay that you can find, and it's
Pinot Grigio.
the strongest Chardonnay that
Nay.
you can find. I'm about to fucking mute you.
Mute me, bitch. Mute me, bitch.
Oh, it's gonna be a permanent mute. Don't you need your machine,
My what?
so you don't have to, you can't talk?
Oh wow, that's discrimination.
Bitch, you are
I
not
just caught that.
you are not employed.
That is discrimination
It took
against
me a minute, but I did catch it.
upper
They're
respiratory
they're getting ready
resistance
to.
syndrome.
There's just a really long delay in the matchmaking, so they're starting now. But um, we're gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to grab that bottle too that we had. It was really good. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Chianti, but Bellagio Chianti is actually pretty good. Um,
What
I
about sweet
Discrimination.
wines?
huh?
Sweet wines. You
I
like
do
any
not
sweet
do
wines?
sweet wines. They give me a headache so fast.
I like the
Um,
chocolate ones, chocolate champagnes
there
or whatever they are.
there is a white wine that's a chocolate wine that's a really good. Yes, good point, Sylvie.
That is a good point.
Oh no, the
Mm?
good point was that there's a mod in my stream who doesn't remind me properly to change the name and title of what we're doing. Um,
Change the name and title of this show.
Maybe you should have somebody else as your mod. I'm just saying.
um,
Probably so. Most probably.
I'm just pointing out the obvious here.
I'm sorry, I can't hear Mike. I don't know what's going on. Do you hear him? Because I don't hear him. Fucker.
You can mute me as long as I can talk to Fred.
Oh no, if I
Oh Lord.
thank you for
Where this
having
is
my back,
headed.
Sylvie. I appreciate it.
How can I
Well, I've
mod if I...
actually never modded anybody, so I really don't know what you're supposed to do here.
Me either.
In my defense, it's not like I wouldn't learn.
See, I think with all of this commentary and all the things you guys are talking
Ooh.
about, I think Sylvie now understands why I'm the nice guy. Because if I wasn't, I would have fucking killed everybody in this
Ooh, she got
house.
a fire dress. Hey, bitch. Where's the gin? Oh, what's
It's
back
right
here?
here.
Hey. Oh, here we go, honey.
I have to turn him down. He's
I done
screaming.
forgot. I forgot how to play.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking around.
That'd be the first time you ever did anything. Guess who's...
Ooh, there she is. There she
Brett,
is over there, girl. Look.
shh, you're gonna blow my speakers.
Oh, well, you told me I was too quiet before. Look, she over
Yeah,
there.
but you weren't screaming then either. I bet you whoever
I,
just broke that gin, it was a rook.
It's the hag. It wasn't me.
It wasn't him.
Oh, here she come. Here she come. Watch. Ooh, bye, bitch.
I hope she kills you.
Now, why is she after me? God dang it. Okay.
She's actually not after you, but
Ooh, I saw a thing. Oh, wait. Where is she? Oh, right there.
yeah, if I didn't have a stressful job, you'd think that this was normal.
Okay, where's she going?
What is she doing? Oh,
Oh, she hung.
Okay, is she over there? I sneak to her.
she's on the mound.
Oh, I
Going
see
back
her.
to her.
Did she see me?
Remember, you have to stay crouched whenever you're.
Yeah. Oh, she doing them things.
Yeah. Heck.
Can I sneak?
Yeah. You got it.
Now, why the hell did you
Think
send me an
so.
invite?
Cool.
You.
I sent you an invite like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Did she get her?
There's
I should.
three of her. That's
What
weird.
the fuck?
Yeah.
There's three what?
Hags.
Okay, where did she see me? I hear her. Where is she? Oh shit.
She gonna get your ass.
She might.
I'll take her.
There ain't no goddamn way he can escape.
Who?
You.
What the
Well, it
hell?
is after this one.
Damn.
Like,
Tunneling much?
yes. That's what I'm about to say.
You don't make me mad. I want to play.
I know.
I want you to play.
I can't. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. I think I
Yeah.
might just get a new PSU and see if that doesn't fix it. But
Oh, did she dead?
yep.
Just to test it out.
Yeah, but I don't want to go through changing everything out. So I'm thinking maybe just get another of the same one, maybe. Because I mean, it's a high-end Corsair PSU, 1,000 watts. There's no reason it can't keep up.
No. No, it won't. Chasing the other person. Get that gen done. I get on another one. There we go. Ugh. I don't like the hag no more. That they changed the way the hag does. It's like there's three of her.
Yeah, like that's weird.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. So I've only been on this map one time. Boy, it has been a while.
Hmm.
Put them in front of her.
Yeah, I know. Well, Rook and Fred can share their video in Discord if they want, and I can put it on the stream after this round
Oh shit.
if you want.
Really?
Did you blow the gen?
Oh shit. Is that her? Damn.
Oh no.
Bitches.
Slut. Shit.
Oh man. Damn it. Shit.
You mean like my last stream, Sylvie, where you didn't see any faces? Fuck you.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Tell your mammy.
I think Mike should share his video stream in the Discord too.
Yeah. Hooty hoo. Damn.
Yeah,
She's crazy.
they did
This
something with
bitch.
the hag.
They must have buffed her.
Let me go hide. But last game.
Damn.
She fucked y'all up.
Okay,
Pretty
for
bad.
real. All three of her.
Hey, if the hag to me is the scariest of all of them because she just always freaks me out.
Why do I hear her?
He found me. Oh well.
Damn, that sucks. Holy fuck, we're all on hooks.
See, I don't know if Rook can
Good night, Gracie.
share the stream and video chat at the same time.
I don't know how to even do that. Let's see. I go to here and then what?
So let me spectate.
You should have the option at the bottom of your screen.
Oh,
There's
we're all
a
dead.
screen share,
Yeah.
but it's going to share whatever's on your screen. And then I can. I don't know if it's going to show. Oh, it just switches back and forth. It doesn't actually show it. No, it actually does. No, you can only do one at a time. Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
So like yours shows in the little mini player, and I can just switch back and forth.
So that does no good.
Well, I mean, it's kind of neat that you can go back and forth. But I don't know if it's different than doing like the actual just a video. It's interesting to kind of play around with it though.
She didn't
So
say
you
nothing.
can't. There's no way to.
Like I can choose to watch. You can only choose one stream at a time to watch. Oh wait, start watching multiple streams. That sounds really inappropriate.
Watching a what?
Oh, you can. I got it.
I don't want
I
that
can't
shit.
see you or Rook's face, but I can see both your streams at the same time. Kind of cool. I don't know if anybody wants to see anything that small. So I don't know how it looks like on stream. I know, like, I wish I could. I don't. Not that I would, want to hide you, but since you guys don't have your actual face video, it'd be nice if I could hide those two items. You know what I mean? And just have the three.
Oh, do I have anything good in here?
But it's kind of nifty.
Uh, crap for what's this?
You could probably do it in like a call.
Well, I don't know.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
No, it does, but I think that when we tried it before with a call, then everybody's face shows, but not the stream. Because you can't stream
This
into a call. You can share
main building.
screen, but it doesn't allow you to do it the same way that I could find anyway. I might just not be looking in the right place.
Thought you could just share that one specific screen.
Like right now, my video camera is got my face on it, and I can see both of your stream and Rook's. So it's like split screen, which is cool. But I also see the big ass tiles of your profile pic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do a call. He share his screen. I share my screen.
Yeah, but I think, like I said, I think on the call, when you share the screen, it takes your video off. You can't do your video and share screen at the same time.
Oh, I got you.
At
Yep,
least
you're right.
you might be able to, and I just don't know how. But when we tried it before, as soon as we would do the share screen, it would take your face off. Takes your face off. But this is kind of cool. I like this. The hell is that? Please don't do that.
Ladies sing them.
My ears got
Yeah,
cancer now.
please stop that, whatever it is, please. I've already allowed you to completely take over the stream and play a game that you know I can't play. The least you can do is not try to blow my eardrums.
I think I'm gonna hear about this for a minute.
Yeah, you will. Don't worry.
The rest of the night.
Okay.
But the night? Yeah, no.
Oh wow.
But that music thing that you keep doing with your phone on it does not transfer over. It literally puts everything at max and messes it up. So again, please don't do that. Are we
Why
clear?
is it taking so long on these?
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Got it. I got you, boo.
For anybody who is still watching, he should have been cut off like 3 drinks ago. Oh wait, that would have been water. It is taking a while.
Wow. Yeah. What's going on?
It would be nice to find some music that could play in the background though. In the meantime, we could play the boob song, but that seems inappropriate.
Yeah. Can't believe I'm making a song about big boobs. Big boobs. I bet it's not a band. You could play it.
It is. Sylvie, you know, from anybody else that would hurt my feelings, but I'm with you 100%. I have no idea why I'm still streaming it.
Daddy's writing checks.
This is way past the witchy podcast.
He has a dark side.
Yeah.
But I'm wide awake, so that's the other half of it.
Daddy's
Usually I'm
cashing checks.
usually I'm dead asleep by now.
I know. I can't believe it's like 1:30.
Yeah, maybe you should just go to bed. Bye.
Well, if this don't start a game, I will.
I mean, I would try it, but I'm just so afraid it's gonna everything will cut off. Every time I've tried it, it's done it. You just want to send an invite again. Fuck you. Fuck you. Uh,
I'm just seeing if it was a broken lobby, if we got
Sure.
that still going on
mm-hmm.
after all these years.
Probably a little both.
They're supposed to have a new killer out, but I don't know if it's out yet.
All I'm saying is Phasmophobia would have been a lot more fun.
Phasmophobia? Yeah.
I'm too tired now. It's 1:30. I think I need a new Witchstory partner.
Really? Wow. That's not nice.
Oh, did you want to talk about not niceties? Shall we make a list? No comment. Okay. Mm-hmm. 'Tis what I thought.
I feel like an accomplishment now. Yes, I did say accomplice. Is this it?
Accomplishment. Yeah, this is really weird.
I don't know what to tell you here.
That's really
Guess
fun.
it's-
Just, it was your choice. It was.
Well, I
your
guess
pick.
it's not meant to be. It's not loading. Okay.
I think it's a good moment to probably end the stream too.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
I didn't ask you to say anything.
Wow. Wow. Just
Wow.
It's the truth. Didn't ask you to say a word. Yeah, I'm just kidding. And yeah, you've never seen the side of Rook. I deal with it every fucking day. Let me just say.
what does that mean?
Um, for some reason, I don't know what it is. He just absolutely refuses to actually chat normally in anybody else's stream. It's weird.
Well, I'm really
But it
good in person. I'm really outgoing, but on the computer I can't do it for some reason.
Yeah, I wasn't mid sentence or
Yeah, what's
anything.
that about?
I don't know.
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Sure. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just like pausing between because I'm waiting for you to say something again over and over. Good job. He's muting himself. Appreciate it. Just kidding though. But I think it is a good time to end the stream. I'm going to go ahead and close out. I do appreciate everybody coming in. Sylvie, I am going to find a way to log in tomorrow, at least at some point, because I want to at least be able to just to say bye bye. Um, uh, Sad times, but I really do appreciate you stopping in tonight. Well, I guess it's now today, this morning, and hanging out. It means a lot. Um, and so we will end here. We're going to move on um, and start getting preparation for next week's Witch Story, which will be on Lydia Gilbert. And then in the meantime, I am going to see how much hell I can give Rook for everything tonight. Hopefully, we see you again. And for everybody in chat, you know, again, thanks for stopping in. Had a great time, and hope to see you again. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good